How do you feel when you're at the top of a roller coaster? Anxious? Excited? Maybe scared? For me, it's one of the best feelings in the world. Simply put, I'm a roller coaster enthusiast and I'll ride anything and everything. I've been on 113 different roller coasters in a few different parts of the country. I'll even ride the smallest roller coaster around just to add another one to my list. I'll do anything for a thrill. Much to my dad's dismay, I even jumped out of a plane once. Falling to the ground like that is a sensation that just can't be described. So when I heard about a chance to participate in a 2-day marathon on the Great American Scream Machine, I immediately went for it. You had to find Mr. Six at a gas station around Atlanta, and he was only there for an hour each day. The first day of the hunt, he happened to be right near us, but we got there just in the nick of time and put our names in the raffle. I got a call later that day saying my name had been drawn to participate. I was going to be in a roller coaster marathon that weekend. We would be riding for 2 days on the Scream Machine, and the winner would win a trip to any Six Flags park of their choosing. I stocked up on pain medication since I knew one ride even could be painful sometimes, and I had 2 days of it. That Saturday, I had to be at the park at 8 a.m., a full 2 hours before the park opened to the public for opening weekend. They gave us breakfast, and we stood around for a while just looking at the coaster that would be our home for the next 2 days. There were about 18 of us in all, some from the Find Mr. Six contest and others just as guests to fill the seats. We were all excited and ready to start the long weekend ahead of us. We were finally able to start our competition at noon, and it went on until 7 that first day. We were allowed a 10-minute break every hour for food, bathroom, or just to stretch. Every other moment was just spent riding. I knew going into it that the best place to sit would be the 4th row, and I was pretty right about this. People in the other rows were dropping out because they couldn't handle it, but we just kept on riding. For most of the weekend, the ride was closed to the rest of the park. We had it all to ourselves. For me, being able to ride the coaster so many times was just relaxing. I was the one who kept track of how many times we went around, and we would all celebrate when we made it to a milestone number. 11 of us made it through to the second day, and we came back on Sunday already very sore from the previous day's riding. The park began bribing riders off with season passes and tickets if they quit the competition right then. By that point, I didn't even care about winning the grand prize trip. I just wanted to say that I made it through the entire weekend. As we went through the second day, we started getting a lot more bored just riding the same roller coaster over and over. But as sore and tired as I was determined to make it to the end of the contest. Finally, we were approaching the end of the weekend. 4 of us were still going strong. For ride number 150, they let friends join us. My friend Jared had been there cheering me on, so he rode with me until we finished at number 152. Then, the big moment. Mr. Six would draw the winning name out of a cup. We were all nervous, waiting to hear the name of the winner. And then...
Allison Feldman from Alpharetta has 2. After 152 rides, Feldman was crowned the champ. She won a drawing between all the riders that survived all 152 rides aboard the Scream Machine. She'll be off to any Six Flags she wants to visit.
I had actually won. I couldn't believe it. Everyone kept telling me that I was the one who deserved to win all along, but it was crazy to think that I actually did. The story was also on the news. My dad told me that one of his coworkers saw me on TV, and there were articles and videos on WSBTV.com. I also got my picture onto the front page of a newspaper, even if it was just an article about the park's opening weekend. It was still very cool to see. For the trip that I won, my sister and I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain in Los Angeles, California. Magic Mountain has the most coasters of any Six Flags park, with 16, and since the trip was all free, I was going as far away from home as I could. We flew to Los Angeles over Labor Day weekend and had 2.5 days to go to the park and explore the city. As an enthusiast, I had only dreamed of going to this park. Never did I think I would actually get to go there. It was an amazing trip, with some really fun roller coasters and even better company. I also rode my 100th roller coaster while in California, called X2. It was one of the craziest rides I have ever been on, but it was amazing. We made sure to do all that we could in LA while we had the chance. The night we got in, after some time at the park, we had dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe on Hollywood Boulevard. We also made sure to visit the Hollywood sign, since that was the one thing I absolutely had to do outside of going to Magic Mountain. The Coasterthon and the trip that I won because of it were 2 of the greatest weekends of my life, all because I survived a roller coaster endurance test through 152 laps. I guess I am a crazy coaster enthusiast, but I wouldn't have it any other way.